First time all season where it felt like things were just not going your way really on either side of the ball. What necessarily, comparison to 2 days ago to now, what necessarily you felt went different?
Today was extremely disappointing. I'll take the responsibility. I didn't have these guys ready to play today, and it showed. They were embarrassing from the offensive standpoint. Didn't stick with the plan in any way, shape, or form that we had going into that guy. And we scored right there at the beginning. Looked like things were going to be going okay, and then we just pulled the ripcord and decided to parachute the rest of the game until it was too late. So that's on me. I got to get these guys ready to play a little bit better than that. And we didn't play very well tonight all the way around.
Looking past the bat, I mean, Ben Jacobs, he was absolutely dominant through 4 up until that 5th inning. What were some of your key takeaways from his outing today?
Ben was one of the bright spots. Threw the ball very well. I just was disappointed we couldn't extend a lead. With him throwing the way he was, he deserved a little bit better than that. Better effort from our offensive side tonight. So he threw the ball great. That was a bright spot. Fitzy threw the ball okay. After that, the wheels came off.
Toby told us he felt that you guys underestimated Ohio State tonight. Do you share that kind of belief?
I don't think we underestimated them. I just don't think we're ready to play today. We as a coaching staff and know what they're capable of doing. They got some good arms. The kid tonight's got I can't pronounce his last name. You guys have to help with that. But that kid's, he's a mid 90-mile-an-hour lefty. I mean, if you don't take that seriously, then that's exactly what's going to happen. He's going to get you and he's going to own you, which he did tonight. So bottom line, I was, like I said, I'll take the responsibility for not locking these guys in better. We talked about it, but I could sense today that they were a little bit not as focused as they should have been.
Do you think it was more just the 4 runs tonight, more so a compliment of Vital Sheets and what he was doing on the mound, or the lack of quality at bats from you guys?
I think if we would have stuck to the plan that we had implemented going into it, and we had paid attention to what we had preached and what the game plan going in against him, I think we had the pitches to hit that we were expecting. We just weren't ready. So when you're not ready, and when you have a guy throwing 94 or 95 miles an hour, you're going to get owned, and that's what he did. So
what plays into the sort of lack of readiness after 4 really successful games of offense? Is there anything that you can really point to, put your finger on?
18 to 22-year-old kids, I think they got it figured out after 4 games. I think, and it's just hitting's a mentality. You got to come with it every day and ready to play. And like I said, if you don't, with an arm like that, with a quality arm like that, you're gonna get had a little bit, and he did. So, we had a chance to rattle him there in the first. After the first pitch of the game hits him, we steal second. Mendoza does a great job moving him to third, and we get him in, and it's like, we're rolling. Here we go. And then we immediately just kind of lost focus as to what we were trying to do off of him and let him get ahead. We didn't dictate the at-bats, he did. And when you have a pitcher of that quality that you're allowing to work ahead of you and not be aggressive, he's gonna tie into knots, and he did. So that's on us.
Was there any difference in the scouting report of Ohio State's really just pitching staff as a whole in comparison to prior to tonight and now what you're going to have going forward the rest of the weekend?
We were focused on that guy tonight, knowing he's their ace, and he was their closer last year, and their season opener, and a good left-handed arm that we knew we were going to have to come and be ready for. So as far as the game plan, or I guess, or the approach, we come in coaching staff-wise. We come in every day hopefully with a game plan that's going to work, and a simple but precise game plan, and it just we didn't execute it tonight.
What about that game plan needs to change now for the next 3 days?
Readiness, being ready to play.
Yeah, bullpen threw a lot of strikes tonight. Just kind of got hit around a little bit. What's your take on sort of what pitching performance beyond Jacob showed?
I think where we got hurt is we have to be able to throw the off-speed pitches for strikes more often. Right now we're one pitch guys, or whatever that one pitch is, we're able to throw for a strike. We have to be able to throw more than one pitch, whether it's a fastball or whether it's a changeup, or we have to be able to throw more than one for strike and execute more than one pitch.
What did Jacobs prove to you tonight? Can he be a weekend arm or at least midweek? What did you see from that?
You know, Ben's one of our better arms, and we knew that going in. He has all around really good stuff. He proved that he's capable of starting. Whether or not that's the best thing for our team, you know, with trying to get some length at the front end and then being able to have someone to close out a game, we'll evaluate that moving forward. But he's certainly an option there on the rotation.
No, there's a lot of mouths to feed offensively, but any particular reason for Nuke not being in the lineup tonight?
New's been battling a back issue really since the start of the season. You know, he hasn't been as mobile as he is normally. He's been kind of battling through that, and we took some precautions today and got some tests done that came back pretty clean. But you know, I felt like he hasn't been himself out there at the beginning of the season, and I want to get him healthy. And whether or not means we have to take a few days here to hopefully get him right, then that's what we have to do. But he's day to day right now. It's nothing serious or nothing major, but it is definitely affecting this game a little bit.
Besides Campos' home run today, Steven was kind of the one who kind of like at least looked somewhat approachable when it comes to the offense today. Anything about his game that you've kind of seen over this first week, considering the fact that there's a lot of fight necessarily and what necessarily is going to the middle infield will probably look like throughout the season?
You know, Steven, when he stays with his approach and stays, you know, keeps the ball out of the air, he's got a shot. He's got a nice swing and quick hands, and that's his. That hopefully continues to be his approach, is staying up the middle the other way and staying on top of the baseball. So, you know, he's not the physically gifted as some of those other guys with physical stature. He's 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", and he's got to learn that that's his game, staying up the middle, staying on the ground, and playing good defense. So he's been doing great so far.
Ben talked about the sort of mental improvements he made in the off season. He sort of cited that as why he's been able to pound strike zone more early this season after struggling with command a little bit at UCLA last season. What have you seen in terms of his progression from the off season through his first few outings?
You know, he's still developing and learning. You know, controlling the things he can control. He's doing a much better job of. He's not letting a bad call or a miscue behind him or a bad pitch, you know, that gets hit. He's not letting that snowball into the next hitter, and then that's when, you know, things kind of imploded on him. You know, early in the fall for us, and that was the one hesitation of maybe not starting him in the rotation, is, you know, just being able to control the flow of the game much better, and he's been absolutely outstanding, you know, his first 3 or 4 outings here.
Thank you, Willie.